Hey everyone, my name is Eli Maddox, and this is my financial plan as I prepare to graduate and attend law school. This plan focuses on how I manage money during law school and set myself up financially after. I'm graduating with a finance degree and planning to attend law school this fall. I'll be living at home during law school, which helps reduce my expenses a lot. I also currently work part time as a bartender, which means my income isn't fixed. Right now, my only investment is a mutual fund, so I'm still early in building my financial foundation. My short term goals are to save as much as possible before law school, build an emergency fund between $3,000 and $5,000, and reduce how much I need to borrow in student loans. My medium term goals are to graduate law school with manageable debt and start my career while beginning to invest consistently. My long term goals are I want to pay off my loans, build a diversified investment portfolio, and eventually reach financial independence. My income comes from bartending, so it varies depending on hours and tips. I estimate to make somewhere between $1,600 and $3,200 a month. My expenses are relatively low since I live at home. Most of my spending goes towards gas, personal expenses, and eventually law school related costs like tuition and books. Because my income is inconsistent, I base my budget on the lowest estimate, which is about $1,600 a month. Any extra any extra income I make during busier weeks goes straight into savings or emergency funds. This helps me avoid overspending and keeps me stable even during slower weeks. I also track my income weekly to stay aware of my average. I use a modified 50/30/20 budget based on the $1,600 baseline. About half goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings. The key part of my strategy is that anything I earn about above $1,600 automatically goes into savings. That way, I'm consistently building financial security without relying on a fixed paycheck. My goal is to build an emergency fund between $3,000 and $5,000. I plan to build this using extra income from high earning weeks. This fund will protect me from unexpected expenses or slower working periods, and I'll keep it in a high yield savings account so it's accessible but it's still earning some interest. For law school, I plan to prioritize scholarships and grants first, then use federal loans before considering private loans. Only borrow what I actually need since interest can add up quickly, and after graduation, I'll consider income driven repayment options if needed. But my goal is to pay off the loans as aggressively as possible once I have a stable income. Right now, I only have a mutual fund. During law school, my focus will be mainly on saving rather than investing heavily. After law school, I plan to start investing more consistently in things like index funds and a Roth IRA, but my goal is a long term growth and building wealth over time. To manage risk, I plan to stay on my parents' health insurance as long as possible and maintain car insurance and avoid taking on high interest credit card debt. Also, focus on building and maintaining a strong credit score, which will be important for my financial future. During law school, I'll focus on internships and networking to improve my job opportunities. I'm interested in corporate law, which typically has a strong earning potential. After graduation, I expect to start my expected starting salary somewhere between $68,000 and $100,000, depending on the job. Once I graduate and start working, I plan to dedicate about 20 to 30% of my income toward paying off student loans. I'll likely use either the avalanche or snowball method to stay consistent with the goal of paying off my loans within 5 to 10 years. The biggest takeaways from my plans are that living at home gives me a major financial advantage, and because my income is variable, I need to budget conservatively. Saving aggressive now will help reduce stress later, and overall, I view law school as an investment that needs to be managed carefully. And yeah, that's it.